Hello everyone, this is Tony Embry, and I'm coming to you from my Riverview Creative Studio. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in New Bern, North Carolina, and my website is www.riverviewcreativestudio.com. This video today is for the North Carolina demo stamp-along, and I apologize I'm not able to go live today. It's my husband's 50th birthday, and so we're going out of town. So hopefully next time I'll be able to do a live one, but I hope that you will enjoy the video and maybe make the card. Okay, so I'll set this out of the way and I'll show you so that I'm going to demo making a slimline card. And so this is a slimline card using the Autumn Goodness stamp set. So it's really, I've been playing with slimline cards lately. I like that there's more space to decorate. So I hope that you will enjoy doing this project. So let's get to it. Put this here. So I have a project recipe, which I will attach below. And for the supplies, we're using Very Vanilla cardstock. And we're going to use Crumb Cakes stamping pad and So Saffron Classic stamping pad. And we're using Tuxedo Black Memento Ink. I'm going to be using the watercolor pencils and the assortment too as well. A water painter, multi-purpose glue, soft suede cardstock, and a stamp pad. So pre-cut, I've already pre-cut some of these things, but the card base itself is 8.5. Look at it this way. It's 8.5, which is, you wouldn't have to cut this at all. 8.5 by 8 this way, okay? And then on the 8-inch side, you want to score it at 4 inches, okay? So this is in soft suede. And then for the front of the card and also the inside of the card, I'm using Very Vanilla cardstock, and that dimension is 8 1/4 this way by 3 3/4 this way. It's in Very Vanilla, so you need to cut 2 of those, one for the inside and one for the outside. Okay, so I'm going to set these over here for now. Okay, I have this here. And then I'll pull these pieces out. Show you what they are. So here's the Autumn, the Goodness. So we're going to use the cornstalk. We're going to use this piece and this piece. We're going to use this sentiment here. And then we're going to cut these out, and we're going to color them with color pencils. And this particular one, I did these with blends, so you can see these are with blends. And so I thought I would, so I've done sample already, but these are all blends. So then I thought I would just use the color pencil, just as some big difference. Now this one, I cut out, and then I brushed over it with white, Whisper White ink, so it kind of gives it a softer look. But anyway, so that's that. And then, of course, we have cut out the fence with the dies. This is Autumn wheelbarrow dies, and then there's a separate wheelbarrow here, but we're using this one. This is another wheelbarrow. We're using this one, and then all of these have die cuts as well, which is nice. So anyway, that's that. And then we are going to do the tasteful labels. We're going to do, what are these? I think it's this one. Yeah, it's that one right there. So that's all we're doing. But you can use any of them that you like, but that's the one that I chose to use. Okay. And then I pulled out, to save time, I pulled out some of the pencils that we'll use to color. Anyway, the watercolor pencils are, there's 2 different boxes of them. And so there's 2 different ones. But anyway, that's that. So I'm going to put this aside right now. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead. So here's the wheelbarrow. To save time, I pre-stamped it and cut it out, okay? So for this one, all you do is glue it on here. So I'll go ahead and put some glue on that and get that done. And it's a really beautiful set. It's fun. So I had forgotten that I signed up to do something else. And I was so excited about this set. And I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and do it. And then I got it all finished. And then I was like, oh my goodness, I signed up to do a Christmas set. So I went out and changed what I had agreed to do. So that, because I really like this one. For some reason, that was not working. I have more trouble with these. When you get down closer to the bottom, they run out. Okay, there's that. These go on really easy. It's really cute, the detail in them. I love the little wheelbarrow. And so I moved it. I put dimensionals on the back of it because I liked the way it looked with the dimensionals raised up away from the fits. Okay, so I think I'm going to do. So here's the sentiment, and I already stamped it. So just putting it together. And these I stamped these in 3 different colors. Just because I'm not using the blends this time, so I thought it would be kind of nice to just stamp them in 3 different colors. And if you want to, I mean, on these I added some other colors, so if you want to, you could highlight them with whatever. And then this is the one I did already with watercolor, but I'm going to do it for you here. This is watercolor. It just takes a little bit of time to dry, so I went ahead and did this one in advance, so to be dry completely before I put it on. And then this one is the basket of flowers, and I went ahead and did this one. I did this one yesterday, just so it would be dry, because I don't like to put them on when they're still damp. So anyway, so that's that. So we're gonna set those over here. We'll put those on, and these are the ones that I'm gonna color in a few minutes. Okay, so what I thought I would do is experiment. So see the detail on here on the fence. So there's no way to stamp it. So I thought that I would take the soft suede. There must be something at the door where one of the dogs is deciding to bark. I thought I would take the soft suede and maybe stamp off a little bit and see if I could add some color to this without. Just add a little bit of color to it. See if it kind of adds a little bit, just dimension to the fits a little bit. I think it's doing a little bit. That's what I wanted. Just a tiny bit. And you don't have to do it if you don't want to. See, it adds a little bit of, it kind of brings out a little bit of more of the dimension to the fits. So that's what I did. I always like to try to do something a little different. It's a curse, I think, sometimes. Just want to try to add something. Okay, so then what I'm going to do, I'll use my picture as a guide. And I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on here. And then we could start building our card. But this set has so many options that you could use it for. So anyway, I was looking on Pinterest and places, YouTube, at slimline cards. And, you can use a number 10 business envelope. And so the ones that I saw, a couple that I saw were smaller. They weren't quite as wide. And so I adjusted the size a little bit to what I like. And so I made it a little bit wider. And I'll show you when you put it in a business envelope how much of a difference it makes. I mean, you could do more in the background if you want. You could, you could color the sky. You could, you do whatever you want. You could add more to it. I decided that I liked it more simplistic, so that's why I did it this way. Okay, so let me get some dimensionals, and I will put these on. One of these. Anyway, these are so nice. So I hope you guys will have a really good day on Saturday. I was looking forward to doing a live demo, but then my husband said, well, we decided to go away after I'd signed up because we weren't sure we wanted to go anywhere because of the COVID thing. And then we decided that we would go away for a couple days. And so he got off work. So we decided we'd go down over to near Nag's Head for a couple days. Just to get away. We haven't really been anywhere, so. And I was gonna just take all this stuff with me and then record the video live there, but it would be a lot to take a log. And then invariably I would forget something, right? I'd hope. And that wouldn't work. So anyway, so this is better. So you can stop the video whenever you want. Okay, so I'm gonna put this right here. There we go, like that. And then we'll put some dimensionals on this one. Go ahead and put this on, and then I'll demonstrate how I colored it anyway, just because I thought it would be. I know most of you probably already use watercolor pencils, but I thought there may be someone who hasn't played with them very much, and it might be interesting to play with them, so that's why I decided to go ahead and do it. I like the way the blends look. It's two totally different looks. And if you have the time, the color pencils are nice. It just takes a little bit more time, I think, to do. I love coloring. I've always loved coloring. Okay, so this, you just kind of set it wherever you decide you want it to go. Okay, so I kind of put it on here like this. Pretty. But you could do it however you want. It curls this paper is curled just a little bit because of the water, I think. But anyway, okay, so I'll go ahead and put these on. I just glued these on. I didn't put any dimensionals behind them because I put the dimensionals on the other stuff. So it's pretty. I really like them. There's so much detail of these cord stalks. Brings back a lot of memories. Growing up, we always would cut the cord and make these cord stalks. Reminds me of crisp air and apples and all that stuff. Fall time of the year. Is that cool? So just out, it looks good without anything else. Okay, so, and then we'll go ahead and put this on because we can. Put this on. Dimensionals over here. A little bit bigger, so I'll go further. So the most of the ones that I've done now, the Slimline cards are all this way. I need to do one this way. I haven't done it yet, but I'm looking forward to. Anyway, this is like the third video that I've done with these because I really like them. Okay, so this one is going to go. See, I moved the fence up a little bit more on this one than I did on the other one, so then we're just going to put this one right here. So it just depends. And you could attach everything before you do this, but obviously I did it. Okay, so that's that. Put this up here and then move this over. So we'll make room for our coloring. We'll do our coloring now. Okay, so I have all these different colors, so let's look at pumpkin color. We'll do pumpkin pie for the pumpkin. And it's, I don't know, it's, you don't really have to color it. You don't really have to fill it all in because then when you put the water on it, the water painter, it moves the color. So you don't have to be so precise with putting the color everywhere. I try to get it around the, you know, the outside part of it, so it's because it's harder to do that, but the middle part will be fine. And then we're going to do this one. I wish I had another color of orange, but I'm going to add something else to it, I think. It's a little bit darker. I think I'll put a little bit of this yellow in there. Maybe to make it look a little brighter than the other one. Maybe I'll put a little bit up here, this white, yellow. It's just so pretty the way it blends. Okay, there's that. And then these little thingies up here, I use the cherry cobbler on them because I don't know what they are. But I decided to make them red because I decided to make them cherry cobbler red because I like them. They look pretty to me. And then there's an apple, but I'm going to use the real red for the apple. There's an apple here, or at least this is what I'm calling an apple. Who knows what it really is? It's an apple. I think this was an apple too. I don't really know what that is, but I'm going to color it something. And then I think this is a basket of apples. It is to me anyway. You could color it whatever you think it is, but I think it's a basket of apples. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so then this one I think is Old Olive. Let's see. So it is crushed curry. I'm going to use the crushed curry because I think this is a pear, so it kind of looks almost like a pear. Crushed curry. I would make this something. This is going to be the same color just because I like how that particular color. And then I think I'm going to use it up here on these things that look like gourds because I like the color. I like these colors, they're really pretty. Okay, so then we'll use some Old Olive and do some of these leaves in the Old Olive. It's just different, isn't it? It's just a different way of coloring. It's kind of fun though, kind of fun. You haven't used the watercolor. It's just amazing when you put water on it, what it does. Okay, so then we'll use Cajun craze to do these little things, whatever. They look like little brown pieces of something, leaves or something. But they look like they should be brown because they're. And then we'll do the ends of the pumpkin brown. Then we'll do this basket over here brown too. Looks good. Huh, I think I got everything. Oh, I didn't do these green ones. These little leaves here, I didn't do those. That's cool. Maybe we'll add a little bit of this green in here because we can. Okay, so then over here we'll do the garden green. Do that color. And then need to do some more because there's a lot of this green. Yeah, these are really nice. And I was on these are my stamps, and it said that the second set wasn't available. It was retired, but I just looked it up in the catalog, and it's in the annual catalog. So I'm assuming they're still available. I haven't seen anything on the back order about them, so I'm assuming they're still available. But I hope so because they have a nice variety of colors, and maybe they'll come out with the new colors, the in colors, because we don't have any with the in colors. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so here, Pacific Blue, and I'll do these little flowers because I think they look like blue flowers to me. I don't know what they are, but I colored a blue on the other one. So I'm going to make a blue on here to be consistent. Pacific Blue, and I think I'm going to do this one in yellow because it kind of looks like a tulip. And these little one over here is in yellow. And then I'm going to do some color in here, yellow, but I'm going to add other colors too. Okay, and then we'll do some orange around here because it looks good right there. We'll do this wood at orange. We'll do this wood with a little bit of orange in it and the yellow center. And then we'll do this wood and the red. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay, so put these aside and we'll get our water painter. Put it. Oops, sorry about that. Okay. Sorry for the noise. Okay, so we'll do, so squeeze it a little bit, get some water out. And then we'll do this one first. And it really doesn't take very much at all to spread the color around. Does it take, you see it? How it changes it. And I wipe it off when I change color or when I go over an area that's different color. But look at that. Is that pretty? You can see that, how it does it. Well, I'll put it over so you can see it actually. I don't know why I gravitate towards that part, but anyway, so that's that. We'll clean this off a little bit, and then we'll go over here and we'll do this little basket of apples. A little bit. You could go, like, you could take it over to the edge like this if you want to color the little edge. Okay, we'll do this one here. We'll do this one here. And then I'll wipe that off, and then we'll do these little monster things up here, whatever they are. I love that color. So you can see it. Okay, and then we'll do these little leaves here. Isn't that cool? It just, it just kind of softens it, but you see, it makes it curl a little bit. So you really, you really want it to dry before you mess with it too much. Then you could do the leaves like this. Do the leaves. I think I got everything. Oh, let me see about this one. I don't know if I did that. And I didn't do the basket either. Let me do the basket. See, it doesn't even look like he colored it now. It just looks like it was painted. That looks like it was painted on. Cool. Anyway, so that's that. And then we'll do this one. Okay, so we'll do these little flowers. Look at how much brighter they get when you do that. It's just gets so much brighter. The red is the one that you don't want it to bleed. And then the blue. And then let's do these leaves. Look. I mean, you could be really precise if you want. I'm not. I just make it green. Because I like the way it looks. See? So it doesn't really take that long, but you can see how it looks. How much. I just like the way it looks. Okay, so now we will take this one and put the dimensionals on it and put that down. So now you could say you've done watercolor. But honestly, if you have blids and you don't have the watercolors, then it might, if you have some extra points and you want to get the watercolor pencils, it just adds another whole dimension ability to what you can do on a project, which is kind of nice. I'm gonna snip this a little bit because so it doesn't show. Okay. It just gives you another option to when you're doing something, to say, oh well, this one I think I'm gonna use watercolor pencils. I think it looks great either way, honestly. But I just thought I would do it differently, just because you guys are special, and I thought I would take the time. Okay, here we go. So this I just put here, but I just love the way the dimensionals pop it up. So isn't that cool? Now you could add some embellishments. You could add a ribbon or whatever. I think I would, if I did this again, I think I would glue this part here just because of the way the dimensionals, because there's separation. Or I could have moved this down a little bit. This sticks up a little more. I may go back and try to glue it down. Just this part, just the edge. But anyway, so Now I have a mess over here, so I'm gonna try not to get this wet. Okay, so I am going to use, okay, where's the top? Because I will get water everywhere. Anyway, so these are great if you, okay, I'm going to use that on my next project. I don't want to give that away. Okay. Yes, so I have my Saturday Night Live project that I'm going to be doing later, and it's going to be using something totally different. And you could use, you know, the Tombow. I just have so much of the snail that I'm trying to use it up because I didn't realize we were doing away with it, so I have a lot of it. I'm trying to use it. Okay, so then you just kind of center it. Probably center it. Hopefully I'll center it right. Okay, you could do it. You could glue this on before you start decorating it. I don't know. I just always afraid I'm going to make a mistake somewhere and I'll have to take it off and it's just easier. So isn't that pretty? Okay, so on the inside, we have another one to go on the inside. And then you see I stamped the pumpkin there before. Okay, so I'm going to pull this out and I'm going to set this over here for now because this is wet right here. So let me get the pumpkin and I'll stamp it. And I think I used pumpkin pie for this one, so I'll use pumpkin pie again for this one. So it's a very detailed stamp. Very, very, very detailed, and not pumpkin pie. See, I've been to the fall and Thanksgiving. I'm not up to. I've skipped over Halloween because I don't have a lot of Halloween stuff. But I'm gotta place an order so I can get some Halloween stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna stick this on here. That pretty. See the detail of that stamp? It's just, it's beautiful. It's just really, really, really beautiful. Okay, so that's that. So let's see. Okay, so we're gonna glue this one and put it on the inside of this one, and use some more floral. I have to do, I have the new glue tape, but I hate to not use this product, so I apologize. But you guys are all demos, so you understand. Okay. So here's this one, and here's this one. This one's with blends, this one's with the watercolor. They look very similar, but different. Well, thank you so much for joining me. But you can see how these curled up. See how they curled up? So I have to put some weight on them to straighten them out. But that's why I didn't want to use it right away. So in the catalog, the Autumn Goodness bundle is on page 48 of the mini catalog. So you could see the dies. It's very, very good detail. So the bundle is $45.75. It's really pretty. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. And have a wonderful day. God bless and goodbye.